Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, game, relationships, human dynamics, everything in between. Today, I'm going to tell you when you are being non-verbally dominated. It's in plain sight, and maybe you don't perceive this as what it is. Maybe you see it as camaraderie. Maybe you experience it on a personal basis, or you see it in the world around you. When a man puts his hands on you, on your head, on your shoulders, when he rests his arms around you, when he puts his hands on your back and ushers you somewhere, when he can touch you freely, comfortably and confidently and enter your intimate space, sometimes it might be a display of power over you. If a man feels like he can comfortably rest his arm around your shoulders or ruffle your hair, what one may perceive as camaraderie and friendship could quite possibly mean the other if you yourself don't feel as comfortable doing that to them. There's always some degree of dynamic, yeah? There's always a to and fro, there's always a balance, and unless it's 50-50, somebody holds the cards, and you will find your boss doing this to you. You will find your father doing this to you, ruffling your hair, and that's how it is alike when it comes to the corporate realm and when it comes to these environments where you meet other men who feel like they are in position of such domineering, commanding, and of responsibility and position that they can literally play the role of your father. So you need to start perceiving such actions and behaviors as a power play. When a man says come here and places his hand on your back and moves you into position or moves you through a door as if you were a woman, it's a display of power, such as when a man does it to a woman, but the woman naturally plays that submissive role and the man feels he can do it because he naturally plays that masculine and dominant role within that dynamic. So why is that man feeling like he can do that to you at that particular moment? Generally speaking, it might be down to workplace hierarchy. But even in workplace hierarchy, it's up to you how far you want to let that go. You can always make it loud and clear at one particular point that you're not somebody who should be used in that manner. You see it manifest with grown-ups, but I don't really see this too much in my personal life as far as my communications, because if anybody ever tried to act in such a manner, it wouldn't be long before they stopped. But with children, you'll see like play fighting, and one kid will feel it's completely fine and acceptable to, mock punch or, target in a jokey, comedic fashion, like, imitate some sort of violent maneuver towards that child without, going out of the way to really enact violence. But it's a display of overt power because you don't go to your boss or you don't go to the strongest guy in the room and start play fighting and shadow boxing in his face towards him. Because even though we might sometimes be a little bit silly and not perceive the signs that are there before us, we can feel it and we know what's right and wrong. We know who we should bother and who we shouldn't. And that's why when I said when people start to act towards you in such a manner, you do make it loud and clear. And believe me, I say this now, it doesn't matter if it is your boss, don't matter if it is some figure of superiority. You should have a boundary as a man to not allow yourself to be walked over for the sake of them holding the cards. You should be in a position as to where you never have to purely 100% commit, and that lack of commitment is what is the key to your freedom wherever you may be. Yeah, does that make sense? So there has to come a point where you just say, stop doing that. And the moment you say stop doing that in an honest tone, with a glance, with direct eye contact, and this might come uncomfortable to you, but trust me, when you notice what they're doing and it gets too much and you do react in an honest manner, sometimes it just works out and it makes sense to make that connection. Alright? So that's some game for you right there. I call it getting sunned. Is he sunning you? Why? Yeah? It'll happen in friendship groups. There'll be one guy who just gets mugged off. And it happens to varying degrees, man. Bullies aren't even bullies, in my opinion. Bullies are just a product of the animalistic nature and environment us men exist within. And the moment we perceive it, understand it, and identify the structure and identify what we can do to stop it and experience the pattern work of stopping it, then we just see it for what it is. The weak will get picked on, and the weak will laugh and smile in order to, lie to themselves that it's fine when it's really not. You're not a participant of the group because you're laughing and joking and being the jester when somebody else is mugging you off. On that note, I'm signing out. That's some game. Click like and subscribe. I'm uploading every day. Alongside that, I got 2 links in the description. One takes you through to the catalogue of body language. It's my YouTube playlist of nonverbal information. Over 220 videos in there. Second to that is the Patreon, where you'll join me in reading attraction and repulsion cues. You'll take that out into your dating. This game you won't learn elsewhere. I'll show you how to read people's minds. I'm signing out. Peace.